I love glitching games. Don't think we can. The game developer was smart enough. He knew I was coming. Not in a physical sense, of course. Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 25 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell you my honest opinion on different Mega Man games, so sit tight and learn. Hello people and welcome to Nico Evaluates Mega Man Super Fighting Robot. This has been quite a popular request, so here we are. And just one more thing before we delve into the world of Super Fighting Robot. I am going to also be evaluating all of the official Mega Man games, or at least most of them. On the NES, perhaps on the Game Boy, and as well 9 and 10 on the Wii. We'll be adding those to the evaluation list as well as time goes on. But for now, let's check this game out. Now, we did play this game on Snupster, so go to youtube.com/snupsters, and we have a video of this. It's, I think, a few years old now, but regardless, that is there if you are interested. We give our first impressions, and let's see if my mind has changed. Shut! Oh, well. Time to join the key. Fuck! It's a cool title screen. Let's do this. Let's show everyone what it takes. Cause you have to live in the moment with me. Like A is Z, B is X, L is A and R is S. That's kinda like pouring milk into Coca-Cola. You should say jump and shoot instead of A and B, and weapon switch left and right. Not A, B, L and R, cause that is messing my brain right now. A is Z. A is... oh my god. So that's Z. And then B is X. So that's X. Oh, this is messing with my brain. L is A. You should use the full names instead of... who's gonna know what A and B is? I have to think of the NES controller in my head as I do this. First things first, as always, we're gonna go check options. That is what we do. Window scale, that's pretty good. It goes far enough for me. 4x is pretty good. We get our audio levels here. Can adjust them individually, although... okay, you press start. That's kind of weird. You can't press left and right here, you have to press start. For whatever reason, but at least it's there. Input display, we have our own input display, so no. Timer, no. Charge fade, I am gonna put it on. Because, man, the sound effects annoys me, so that's very good that that's there. Nope. Damage pop-up, don't need it, I don't think so. Show lives on. Difficulty, nice to have, but we are gonna take a look at all of these games on the normal difficulty. Except for Mega Man 2, that's gonna be on the difficult, because that's how it was in the Japanese version. But I'm not gonna check any other difficulties from now on these games. So we're checking the normal ones. So all of the things that I say are based on the normal difficulty on each game. Again, can't change it by pressing left and right, you have to press start. So this is kinda strange. Normal. Easy, okay, that's fair. Easier, okay, now you're pushing it. Easiest, okay, what the hell? Normal. Easy. Easier. Easiest. Easiest is... I'm kidding, it's just hard. I'm guessing that's an inside joke. Whatever, special. That's kinda intriguing. Looks interesting. Bonus, what's the difference between bonus and special? Guess we are going to find out. And if you're trying to spoil me now, that's impossible because all of these episodes for Super Fighting Robot are pre-recorded, so I've already beaten the game as you watch this. So the only way for us to communicate with each other on this title is via the comments. Stage select. Good that it's here. You can go to the shop before even starting the game, so let's check it out while we're here. Got your 1-ups, E-tanks, M-tanks, energy balancer, energy saver. Your special weapons use half as much energy, that's pretty cool. Doubling your ammo count, that's pretty nice, you have that there. Hair dye, oh god. In other games the hair dye usually makes you take double damage. Mega boots. Boost your movement speed, jump height and spike defense. Oh. Defensive capabilities, charge shot. That is interesting. I hope the charge shot still does 3 damage normally. I really hope so. But we'll see that. We will check these items on a separate video, what they do. I'm not gonna buy any of them for this run. So we'll see the core gameplay and how it works out without these items. But we will surely check them. So let's head into the game. This is cool, the stage select team. That's cool that they added the intro from the cartoon, that's pretty cool. Now excuse me, I have not watched the cartoons yet. I intend to. But if there's something I'm missing, like some enemies from the cartoon specifically, let me know, because that's interesting stuff to me. So let's head to Dagger Man first. Or as we called it in the Snupster episode, Baby Blade Man or something. Cause he looks like the small version of Blade Man. Again, I would be happier with original designs. Oh shit! My buttons are backwards, how is that possible? Oh, no matter how well you set that up, it's always a pain, Joy the Key. That's why I hate games that were done in Game Maker. It's so hard to implement control support. People who make Mega Man fan games should really consider making games with something else than Game Maker. 95% of these games are made in Game Maker. What? Like Felon said, I don't know a lot about Game Maker, but I guess because Game Maker allows people who don't know how to code as well to code easier, and that's why people use Game Maker more. It's because it's newbie friendly. That's why almost all of these games are made in Game Maker. But man, does it annoy me. Let's get rid of the enemies here because I want to check the physics. So we have some space here to do that. You can cancel your slide, you can jump out of the slide, no problem. Repeated A pressing does not produce more clouds like in Street Fighter Cross Mega Man, that's good. Got that right. Unsure of the slide length, seems a bit long. But I'll show it to you on the mini screen there if the slide is the same. It could be the same or slightly off, but if it is slightly off then you're probably not gonna even notice. The shots are a bit more yellow than I'm used to, but that's okay, they're lemons, everyone loves lemons. You can shoot 3 times in the air, that's good. Like all of this that I'm going through now are basics that every Mega Man game should do right, but not all of them do, and that's interesting because you'd assume that everyone who makes a fan game of Mega Man knows how Mega Man works, but that is not the case. I mean, look at Mega Man Eternal. Here the physics seem pretty okay. And your head, it's bobbing up and down instead of left and right. That's gorgeous. This is something I noticed. If you turn and shoot, there's one strange frame there, but that's not gonna cause any issues. It's just, it kind of bobs your sprite back, like 1 row of pixels, I think. Nothing too bad. You'll get used to that. No slide jump issues like in Mega Man 6, that's good. Everything seems to work perfect, and then the charge. And I'm not a fan of the Mega Man 5 charge. I mean, look at the size of this. That is humongous. That's gonna probably kill every enemy on the screen. That is a huge charge, and Mega Man 5's charge is my least favorite because it just wrecks the game. You can kill everything with that charge. It's so big. But look at the hitbox on this charge. Look at how perfect it is. It's perfectly in line with its graphic. So I can't kill that shield attacker from here because it doesn't hit it. But in other games that might kill it, because the hitbox are not always perfect, but this game nails the hitbox what comes to Charge Buster. So I like the orange tone when you charge. That looks pretty good. I've never seen that before. And I like the way how the charge sound actually lingers off, because I selected that in the options, so that works. So that's good. The physics are fine. We'll see if anything comes up when we actually try and play the game. But for now, the physics are perfect. Like, absolutely, I love this already. It's pretty close to Mega Man 4 physics, and that's my favorite kind of physics. So that is already, I'm loving the physics for this game. Game Maker has the tendency to lag a bit. As we can see here, as we scroll the screen, it's not smooth. And that is Game Maker's doing. But this lag can also be seen in Street Fighter Cross Mega Man. And it's something that it kinda annoys me, because you can get rid of this lag. There is a way. But again, when you play the game, you're really not gonna notice that. So let's test the ladders and kill this shield attacker extremely slow. Shield attacker. Can get on the ladder from far away, that's good. Not too far away, which again is very good. Loving the ladder mechanics. You can grab the absolute bottom of the ladder. You kinda end up higher on the ladder as you grab it, but that's okay. Nothing too major. It works fine when you do a full jump and grab it, but when you grab the ladder at the absolute bottom, you kinda end up higher than you'd think. So the ladders, like, excellent job. And the Quint's revenge bug is not present here, even though I think these are using the same engine, so the ladder's extremely well made. We have the little animation of Mega Man puking as well. So one thing I don't like about this enemy is that you can't hit it with the normal shots, it's just below there, but we have the charge, so I'll take my words back. You can kill it with the charge, and look at how it gains speed as you hit it, that's fantastic. Like, the game has physics for that. Well, the game doesn't literally have physics, it's just the enemy is coded that way. So it looks like the game has physics, but that's extremely cool. Now I want to test the charged buster and how many shots it takes to kill this thing, because some games even get that wrong. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 shots, that means that the charged buster should hit the enemy, and then we'd kill it with 1 normal shot. So that's 3. And 4, that is perfect. Works as expected. So this, I do like this shield attacker, very nice. Shoots in front of you, that's why it's so slow. If you made that any faster, that design would be garbage. But since the shield attacker is so slow, it works out. You can dodge this. Good positioning so far. Oh god, okay. Let's check that again. At first I was like, alright, that's way too fast for you to react, but it's actually pretty good. It's not too bad. You can easily dodge these when you just check what they are doing. And every time there's a teaching element, I have to mention it. So, first off, we battled these swords here. So there's 2 swords. It's teaching you now. Check this out. And check this out. And then put it over a pit. Exactly how you would teach in a Mega Man game, that's perfect. Do not... Like some fan games would just put you in front of the pit with the sword and they would be like, "Ha, fuck you, boy." But not this game. This game actually, developer knew what he was doing. What a good spot to test our tippy-toeing. So sometimes it doesn't move you forwards any. But I think this is pretty good. Like the tippy-toeing is... tippy-toeing is fine. Much better than in other games we've seen so far. Loving the shield attacker. Excellent job there. So these knights in the sky, they are sleeping essentially. So when you get close or shoot at them, they will strike back. Like that. So again, nothing unfair, and it's positioned in such a way where you can easily just... but you can easily tell when they're attacking and when not, so that's cool. And this positioning is good for the first enemy like that, because you can tell, you can easily study them because they're positioned that way. You're not gonna get hit or damaged as you learn. So this is one of the gimmicks in this stage. Good hitboxes on those. And here you have, can't remember their name, but they're from Galaxy Man stage from Mega Man 9. It would have been cool if they actually went through the teleports as well. Can't have it all, right? But I do love these guys. Again, teaching is done, so now we get to actually put our skills to the test after we learned these things. Which is quite typical to a Mega Man game. You can kill this guy from behind the wall. Music is very, very good. That hurts my eyes a bit. The green, I would make this green in the background a bit softer, like the left part here is so profound. So this moving background as well here, I would make it darker, so a dark green on that would look much better. This is actually hurting my eyes a bit here. So let's see if we can land on top of this thing, because it has a flat surface. I hope so. Nope, so whenever there's a flat surface, I would hope that you'd actually be able to land on it. Because that's one of the pet peeves many people do when they design fan games. They put flat surfaces on enemies, like that up there. That enemy also has a flat head. And what happens is you'd assume that you can actually land on it, but you'll just take damage. So, as a game developer, I'd avoid flat surfaces on enemies. Of course, shield attackers is kind of like, who's gonna jump on those, but... you know what I mean. Background is kind of camouflaging the enemies here. Not sure if that's the intention or if that's something else. The spikes are cool. Very nice. Although a bit camouflaged as well. Oh, that's tricky there. Kind of like it. So, I like how the... So let's check that out actually. Yeah, you would not expect that sword to come back, so I would move the sword a bit more to the left there. Because you're not expecting it to just pop up like that. When you go back, you're not gonna see that coming. So I would have moved the enemy a bit more to the left so it doesn't scroll back that easily. But not too bad actually. This position is a bit strange, but our charge buster is so large that it can easily take care of that. Again, not a fan of that charge buster, but I can live with it. I could just not use it. So, there we go. Nothing too bad yet with these teleport systems. It's all just common sense here. Really loving the stage design so far. Everything makes sense, and you learned how that thing works at the start of the stage. I think, yeah, this is the mini-boss. Which, the background is kind of messing me up here, I'm not gonna lie, like the background is way too bright. I think that's the only problem with this. But I love the mid-boss itself. It's very cool. I'm not sure how it makes sense to hit it at the side of the head. It would make more sense to shoot it in the eyes, I guess, but you're avoiding all of these projectiles as you are shooting him, and if the teleport systems weren't there, this would be an extremely frustrating boss. But way to put your stage gimmick to the test on the mini-boss as well, I really like that, and it works out fantastically well. Now I'm not sure when to actually hit this guy, because it seems like the eyes have to be centered, but you're not hitting the eyes, so that kinda doesn't make any sense. The way the stage gimmick plays into the actual mini-boss itself is fantastic. It's a very fantastic job of a mini-boss. Gonna have to kite these projectiles first and 10 go up there. I'm just sucking. There we go. Oh, we trapped the energy, can we get it? Well thought out ladders so you can get the energy after the boss dies. Very well done. Already liking this stage. Oh, that's nice, look at that. Background changes with the weapon you select, that is extremely cool. Oh look, you don't shoot when you lay down rush. That's good. Good attention to detail is fantastic here. Rush seems to work okay. Yeah, the background is the only part in this stage so far that I'd give a C-2. So let's see, we have to steer a bit here. I would probably make the, like when you land from a teleporter, I'm not gonna show it here because I'm gonna die if I do that, but when you appear on a teleporter after you've gone in, you should be hovering for a bit before you drop down, because that was extremely fast paced. So, like, add a little 0.2 seconds when you're just hovering inside the diamond and then you drop down. That would make it a bit better, but it's not too bad. That's just how I would have done it. And here, all about timing, supposedly. Of course, we can use the charge buster to take care of this. We don't actually have to time anything here. And I was talking about timing the jump down, but we don't have to do that. It's a bit trickier. Not sure where you would be going there. Probably skipping this guy completely. Yeah, you should not get hit by that. You're not touching the bottom of that enemy, so that's the hitbox is a bit wonky on that enemy. I realized that Mega Man has like 2 pixels of black above his head, so maybe the black part is hitting the enemy, but I was not expecting that. So that's why the little criticism there. Otherwise, fantastic job so far. Yeah, you kind of want to kill enemies before you move on. Let's see if Rush can make this jump. I'm kind of intrigued what's up here. Nice. Change back. And did pass. I would actually position that enemy right here instead of here, because what this does now, it makes you panic and you're like, oh, I gotta get rid of the enemy fast. But when the enemy would be here, you'd had some time to adjust to the projectiles. You have so little space when the enemy is here, so I would move it here. Let's see what's in here. Oh, some bolts, missed the jump. Oh, there's some sound stacking. The sound stack quite often in Game Maker games. I'm not sure what you could do about it. Maybe not use Game Maker. Sometimes annoying. Well, we got our bolts. That was our reward there for using our brain. So let's see if... yeah, they do start moving. That's funny. Really like these enemies. Fantastic design. Seems like a lot of physics are already going on in this game. Here you can see my leg is slightly touching the spike, but I'm not dying. So I guess the spike sprite is a bit too high for this part. So they alternate, that's pretty cool. So every head, look at this. Every head does a different shot. Every head has a different shot and they alternate from top to bottom. So there is potential that you could learn actually the pattern here. Actually, I was expecting you to get hit there. Look at the sprite of this enemy. It kind of extends to the edge of this platform, so I'd assume that this actually hits me, but it doesn't. But it's actually, I'm glad it doesn't, because that works out. Love this enemy. I thought it was random, but no, clearly not. It's not random. Again, you could use your brain here and kill this enemy before you even go there. Make things easier. And there, I would probably not do that, because when you transition, there should not be any enemies near you. Like I've told you before, like if you climb up a ladder and you end up in a different screen, don't make enemies bombard you right away. Give the player a bit flexibility in moving to a safe place to shoot the enemies. Don't just put an enemy here, like when you transition. That's extremely, that's poor design. It doesn't give the player the ability to dodge necessarily, and it just makes them feel like they've done something wrong, and that's not a good feeling. I think the enemy variety is sufficient in this stage. Oh, and I'd probably make the... I'm gonna die here, but I'm gonna explain what I mean. I would make this shield attacker not travel to the edge of the screen here. I would make it stop right here, like right here. Because what it does now is that it presses you against that wall, and it's extremely hard to jump over it. So I would make it so that he stopped at the edge here. I'm gonna show it on the mini screen. That way you could still avoid it if you didn't kill it there. Look at this. That's kind of strange. Alright. So we can just... This is like... Oh, nice! You can get rid of the enemy like that. I was not expecting that. So that was kind of like playing those brick games where you break the bricks with the ball. Oh god! Yeah, that's... Not a fan of those designs where you have to hurry up and kill something before they hit you. That's not the best design there is, but... It kind of causes chaos, so... Whatever you like, it's... Personal preference, I think. Alright, and here again you have to kill that thing fast, but you know how the thing works by now. Here we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, you gotta be careful on this part. Down we go again. Good checkpoint place, actually. I didn't realize that platform was a checkpoint. Well designed. Let's see if we can get rid of that guy. That's a problematic position for it now. Yeah, the charge shot is not as powerful as in Mega Man 5. Like, in Mega Man 5 it fucking kills everything in one hit. Because the enemies have so little health. So we're just better off not hitting this guy here. There we go. As you learn the stages, this becomes much easier. But Mega Man should not be about learning after you die. It should be learning before you die, not after. But this game does a fantastic job so far with that. But I'm just speaking in general. In general, that should not be how Mega Man works. In Mega Man, you give the player the ability to learn. Ah, shit. You give the player ability to learn, and that's how you teach them as you go. Some fan games don't have this right. They don't give up. That's nice. They just want to kill you over and over, and it's like that game. What the hell is it called? I Wanna Be the Guy. You know, it teaches you by killing you over and over and over again. And some people mistake Mega Man being like that, but that is not what Mega Man is about. Mega Man is about presenting you with a mechanic or an enemy in a safe environment, and then, when you know how to deal with it, it's then that they put you under the test. And if you die, that's your own fault. So that is how Mega Man should work. Mega Man should not be about killing the player needlessly for fun. That's there's plenty of games like that, and people just mistake Mega Man for a game like that, which it is not. And see how every phase shoots the amount of balls that their turn is at. So the first guy shoots 1 and the last guy shoots 4. That makes sense. It's easy to learn this if you just watch the pattern. But if you're that kind of player in Mega Man who just runs for everything and kind of don't pay attention, that can be a bit difficult for you. I like to use my brain when I play a game. So if I'm playing a game for the first time, I'm not gonna hurry up and try to race it or speedrun it. Because that makes no sense. But I'm loving the game so far. This first stage here is completely won me over. I'm now a believer. You guys weren't wrong when you said this is a good game. Actually, can't say that yet, but it's starting to look like a very decent title to me. What a long stage, actually. We've been playing for some while here, and we're only at the mini-boss. I was probably near the gate there, so that's why. I think you have to be a bit more high up. Yeah, you have to be right there. There we go. So that's what I was doing wrong. So I'm not fully agreeing to the hitbox of that mini-boss, but it's not bad. It's really not bad. It should be a bit more clear where to hit him, because as you saw in my previous attempt, I was not so sure how to deal with that. So some small tuning there would have been perfect. And the hovering, that would have been cool. Would have made that a lot easier. Let's try to speedrun a bit. Wow, you're just gonna get pummeled. Good luck for speedrunners of this game, I guess. Can't probably cheese those bolts from down here. Unless we can glitch the game. I love doing that. I love glitching games. Don't think we can. The game developer was smart enough. He knew I was coming. Not in a physical sense, of course. Alright, a lot of bolts. I'm not sure if the game is like trapping bolts more than any other item, but it kind of seems so right now. Maybe I'm just getting lucky. Or however you want to see that. And now, let's be a bit more careful. That worked out. Okay, I took some damage in the way. I'm not sure how you would actually do that. Can you just... Alright, so that was... Like, I'm so smart. Yeah, I think we're right at the gate. Look at that, that looks like the gate. Yep, there we go. P. Is it you, Proto Man? Oh no, the background is on this fight. Oh no. Alright, time to learn. Okay, so he reacts to my shots, and that attack there. At least he did there. He's kind of a spaz. So if I stay still when he does that, he's not gonna do anything. I assume. I wanna see that. Yeah. As long as I'm not moving, he's not moving. So there's a pattern going on here already, which I like. But I like that he actually has patterns, so... Randomness is not always a bad thing. Because if they have clear patterns, you can still react to that. So it doesn't have to be... doesn't always have to be patternized completely. But one problem I find with this is that he often appears right next to me, and then I have to react in a millisecond to jump over him. He doesn't telegraph that very well. He just comes at me like boom! Fuck you. That's kind of what he does. So let's see if we can somehow figure that out. Nice that the screen transitions don't carry enemies or power-ups over, like in other games, like in some other games. So if a power-up was about to drop down, it doesn't continue the second screen, just like it is, just like it's supposed to be. So well done there as well. See, I learned some of your tricks. See. Look at how well this works out. You can totally no-miss this guy. No miss, no damage is possible in this. Which is a sign of a well-designed boss. Really enjoyable battle. Love it. Some RNG is there, but the RNG works in the boss's favor, really. It's not bad. It's really not bad. It's pretty okay, in my opinion. Really enjoying the fight. That little headbutt charge is a bit... It's a bit too fast for my taste, but it's doable. You don't just necessarily see it coming. So there you go, Dagger Man. Excellent stage. Really enjoying my time so far. Fan-fucking-tastic. That's how you make a stage. That's a cool sprite. Face a bit more yellow than I expected. Oh, cool, it even shows you the weapon. That's how it's done. Very nice. We can save the game. Go to the shop. We can just buy lives. So that's the way to get 9 lives for us. So that's gonna work out in the end. We can do that, and we can buy E-tanks as well. Look at the amount of bolts we already have, that's crazy. I've game over twice, and we have this many bolts. So this game is a bit bolt heavy. Nice, we have 8 slots, that is amazing. Well done, well done. Alright, that was a bit of a longer episode, this one, so if you agreed on what I said, leave a like. If you disagreed, leave a dislike. And I'll catch you later.